Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Cross Train with James. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a medicine ball, which is some really simple supplies that you can either find at home or get at Walmart. A lot of you might be looking for different creative ways to work out at home. Maybe you don't want to spend a high dollar value on a medicine ball, which I completely understand. If you are going to do that, and I've said this in some of my other videos, go with the Dynamix brand. High quality, you can get a warranty, it's not going to break. You can do basically anything with it 1,000, a million times and nothing's going to happen to it. But, you know, sometimes it can be a little bit pricey, so if you are not willing to shell out that amount of money, what I'm going to show you right now might be a little bit less expensive. So I've got a basketball here I picked up from Walmart that was $4.95. I've started with a little incision that I made with just a really basic pocket knife here. It's about 6 inches across, and then I began filling it with sand. So I just got some Paver Sand here and my daughter's play shovel here, and I've just been putting sand into the basketball, and so far I've got it about halfway full. I'm going to make this one hopefully slightly heavier than my other ball here. I'm not going to take too much of your time filling the ball all the way up. I think you get the picture here. But after I finish filling that ball up, I'm going to take some flex tape. Flex tape is the most expensive item that you're going to get here in this entire kit. Again, you can obviously get it at Walmart. I'm going to start with one incision to just one cut just to cover the incision I've made across the basketball here. Now I'm going to want to make sure that I get it up nice and flat here, lay it as flat as possible on the basketball. Once I've done that, I've got two options. I can leave the ball as is. Of course, there's still going to be some dead space in it where you can dent the ball. If I've got a really close, nice seal, what I can do is I can grab a pump, and now that I've plugged the hole, I can pump some air back into it. So now I've got the sand, the Paver Sand I put in there, and then the air. I have seen that done before. In my other ball, I did not do that, but I might do that with this one here just to give it a tad bit more of bounce. And I'll show you with my other ball here that, you know, it doesn't bounce at all. It's just sitting flat on the ground, which is fine. It really just depends on what you want. And if you just don't want to add that extra step of pumping the ball up, I get that too. So once you've got that initial piece of flex tape on, you'll set that down, set it to the side for a second, and then you'll grab some duct tape and cover the entire ball in duct tape. Once you've covered the entire ball in duct tape, you're then going to grab your flex tape again and cover the ball again in flex tape. Remember, you're still made that initial incision in flex tape just because you really need to in order to ensure that this initial cut is covered nicely. Then you cover it in duct tape, then you cover it in flex tape. Now you could just cover the whole thing in flex tape twice, but then you're going to need 2 rolls of flex tape, which is obviously going to be a little bit more expensive. The flex tape, something this size, is going to run you about $15. If you get the bigger rolls, I think they're, you know, basically twice this size, maybe about 8 inches. You know, it's obviously easier in some ways to cover the ball quickly, but it's going to be more expensive. So you could just cover the whole thing twice in flex tape, or you could just make that initial coverage on the incision, cover it in duct tape, and then again in flex tape. And what you can end up with is what I've got over here, and that's the completed product here. Now I got lucky. This just happened to be 15 pounds. I was just kind of filling it and then checking to see if it was a weight that I wanted. But it just so happened to be, like I said, I got lucky and it was exactly 15 pounds on my scale when I weighed it. Now that's with the sand and with the duct tape. But I've used this a few times now, maybe 10 times. It works really well. Like I said, it just sits on the ground here whenever I go to toss it, just like that. I accidentally threw it in the pool, long story, but it was completely fine. So it does everything I want with it. Is it going to be crazy heavy? With this size of a ball, no. You can obviously try and get a bigger ball of some sort at the store and see how that works for you, but the basketball is just going to be very sturdy. And I can do a lot of my oblique tosses with it. It works really well. So yeah, it's not as great as a Dynamix ball. Again, that's my go-to if I really need a medicine ball, but now I've got some other options. So I can use that 15-pound ball for some different things. I'm going to try and really stuff this one to make this one 20 pounds. You know, easier said than done. And then that just gives you an option. So all in all, if you go with just one roll of flex tape to cover the ball and you use duct tape for that initial layer, you can be out the door in under 25 bucks. Now, most medicine balls of a high quality, they're gonna last for a while, are gonna cost you, you know, somewhere between $80 and $130, depending on what weight you're getting. Again, if you're getting one that's lighter, if you're not going to do too many crazy things with it, you can definitely get a cheaper one. But if you're looking for like a slam ball that's real high quality, they can get pretty pricey. And again, you know, if you go with one that's not crazy high quality, you can get something a little bit cheaper. But that's pretty much it, guys. So that's how to make a medicine ball at home, just using some basic Walmart supplies here. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Check out some more of my other stuff and some more of my videos where I use these medicine balls I've made on Cross Train with James on YouTube. Thanks, everybody.